battery life. So even though they were like, woo, battery life, yay, like it's improved, well, it's gone from 6.5 hours to 7 hours. So an extra 30 minutes. But hey, yo, I guess it depends what you're doing, right? Well, hello there and welcome back to a brand new video. Well, today's a very exciting day because today we're talking about a brand new Nintendo Switch console. That is right, guys, a brand new Nintendo Switch is coming later this year. We have a bunch of information. We have the price, the release date, the specs, a quick comparison between the original Nintendo Switch and this new one. And oh my, like honestly, the new one is basically the replacement for the 2DS XL as well as the 3DS XL. And, you know, if you're a big fan of handheld gaming and, you know, you like the Switch as it is to this day, but you're not a big fan of having, like, to pay extra to dock it on a TV and stuff like that, well, this console is definitely for you because it's the ultimate handheld device from the guys over at Nintendo. So if you do enjoy today's video, then be sure to leave a massive thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, comment down below your thoughts regarding this. And this is actually the second time me recording this video. The first time I thought, oh, that was pretty good. Stop recording, and literally I'm about to head towards my girlfriend's house and I was just getting ready. I was getting ready to transfer the file over, and then what did I notice? The file didn't even save because I ran out of storage. I had to delete some stuff and now I'm re-recording it. But anyway, this should be fun. I mean, I really enjoyed talking about it the first time. I'm definitely going to enjoy talking about it the second time. So as you guys know, I love to talk. But anyway, I thought I'll do like 2 parts in one video. So to begin with, I'll give you guys a quick overview between the 2 consoles. And then afterwards, I will give a more in-depth. So for someone out there who just wants a quick facts, then the start of the video will be for you. And if someone like me, obviously, you know, I'm a tech guy. I love knowing that, you know, the technical specs. Then stay tuned to later on in the video where we talk about the specs and a real in-depth comparison between the current Nintendo Switch and the new one coming out later this year. So the new one coming out later this year is called Nintendo Switch Lite, and as you guys know, if you know the word Lite or what the definition is, normally means it's a more basic version of the original, and that is pretty much what this is. So it comes out later this year, September 20th. It's only $200, about $100 cheaper than the current Nintendo Switch. Has a better battery life, better D-pad, and that's pretty much the pros. The cons, well, there's no TV output, so it's definitely a device which you won't be able to dock onto the screen. There's no joypads, you know, if you want to do like nunchucks and stuff, that doesn't exist. It's a smaller screen, but that's pretty much the cons. Then, you know, it's a smaller device, it's cheaper, you can still play games, and yeah, it's pretty incredible. Those are the basic specs. I guess another basic spec to include is there's no rumble with a cheaper version. But I mean, to be honest, the Nintendo Switch, if you've ever held one, it's quite a big chunky thing, whereas the Nintendo Switch Lite is a lot smaller. It's not like a lot smaller, but it's a lot smaller in terms of like visually, and it will fit better in the hand. It's similar size, I believe. It's a similar size to the 3DS XL, the 2DS XL, maybe a little bit bigger. But overall, it's really nice. There's no difference in screens. All it is a little bit smaller. So still a 720p screen, which is not too bad. But no, yeah, new Nintendo Switch coming out later this year. And as you guys, if you guys remember me and subscribe for the channel for a while now, you might remember when I actually bought and unboxed the Nintendo Switch. I bought it on the first day it came out. And I wasn't really planning to keep it for a while. I'm not really I enjoy handheld gaming, but at most of the time, whenever I'm gaming, I'm recording. So I'm either playing on my PS4 or Xbox One. And I thought the Nintendo Switch at the time was a really, really good invention, but it was pretty expensive, and I knew I wasn't really going to play it. So I sold it and made some money, and I also managed to make a few videos on it. But the Nintendo Switch Lite is something which I'm interested in because there will be a Pokemon edition later this year to announce the new Pokemon games, Sword and Shield. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. As you guys know, I'm a big fan of Pokemon. So now let's get into the serious talk. I'm guessing a lot of you are here going, Matt, let me know the details. I really want to know. Give me the in-depth facts. Well, okay, first things first. So to begin with, the Nintendo Switch, as you guys know, is roughly around $300. The Nintendo Switch Lite is about $200. So $100 less. Now you might go, Matt, what do I get less? Because $100 is pretty expensive. It's a decent amount of money. So what am I losing? Well, let's talk about that. So on the original Switch, we have TV mode, tabletop mode, and handheld mode. On the Lite version, we only have handheld mode only. So if you are someone who wants handheld and then the option to dock it onto a screen, then the Lite version is definitely not for you. Regarding games, all games are compatible across the board. Now, the Joy-Con controllers, so the Joy-Con controllers are only available on the Switch, the original Switch. They're not available on the Switch Lite, and it kind of makes sense because the Switch Lite sort of has them like embedded in. They're not removable, and they've obviously adjusted the new D-pad and the way you play. So that's why the D-pad has improved, because, you know, you're not using the Joy-Con controllers. I mean, it looks like on the Lite, if you look at the Lite version, you can kind of see there are the Joy-Con controllers there, but they're more attached. I mean, well, more attached? They are attached, but not removable. So that's something to bear in mind. And like I mentioned earlier on, there is no HD rumble or IR motion camera. So if you are one of those guys who likes a bit of rumble in their controller, or, you know, playing their games, then the Lite version is not for you. And as mentioned before, you won't be receiving the dock. Obviously, the dock is only available in the original Switch. The Lite version doesn't have a dock. And something to note, it doesn't come with a HDMI cable or a kickstand. It's pretty much, like I said earlier on, the 2DS and 3DS XL replacement. Now, moving on to dimensions, as this is obviously a very big thing. So the Switch and the Lite. Okay, so the Switch currently sits at 4 inches high, so 4 inches high, 9.4 inches long, and 0.55 inches in depth, okay? And that is with the Joy-Con controllers attached. Now, the Lite version goes from 4 inches high to 3.6, so we're losing 0.4 of an inch height, and they're calling it long, I'm calling it length. It's going from 9.4 inches to 8.2, so we're losing 1.2 inches on the length, and obviously we have a smaller screen, and the depth is exactly the same at 0.55. Now, talking about the weight, it's going from 0.88 of a pound to 0.61 of a pound. So we're saving 0.17 of a pound. And I mean, looking at both of them, I mean, I understand the original Switch, but for me, I'm really digging the Lite version. I think it looks really, really good, and I don't know, I just can't wait to get my hands on it, really. Regarding the screen, so still 720p. Obviously the main one is 6.2 inches, the Lite version is 5.5. Battery life, so even though they were like, woo, battery life, yay, like it's improved, well, it's gone from 6.5 hours to 7 hours, so an extra 30 minutes, but hey yo, I guess it depends what you're doing, right? And as I mentioned earlier on, all the games are compatible. What are your thoughts about this? So basically, it's the same console, so in a summary, same console, except you're not really getting the attachments to play on TV. You're not getting the Joy-Con controllers. The main difference is, if you want to play on the TV, then go for the original Switch. If you don't really mind, like myself, I'm more of a handheld guy in terms of if I were to play the Switch, I'll be mainly using the handheld. But obviously the Lite version is probably better for you. And it's cheaper. And it's a bit smaller, so it's easy to travel with. But no, what are your thoughts about this? I think same storage size. Pretty much everything is the same, except the dimensions, battery life, the D-pads, and obviously you don't get all the docks and all that fun stuff. So no. So yeah, let me know your thoughts, guys, down below. But anyway, if you have enjoyed today's video, then be sure to a massive thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, comment down below your thoughts regarding this. But anyway, have a wonderful day, and as always, see you guys in my next video. Adios, chaps. Boom. She's a diamond under